You're listening to the Fast F1 podcast. Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to the Fast F1 podcast with me, Danny Kane.
And I'm Eddie O'Kane.
And we are reviewing today the 2025 Snooze Fest Grand Prix. Japanese Grand Prix.
No, you can leave it with the first one.
Quite a boring race, right?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, not the greatest race in the world.
It's more boring than Imola last year, and that's saying something.
Yeah, so we'll get into it a little bit, but first, like we always do, we'll talk about what happened kind of between races and in the first practice sessions.
Ryu Hirakawa, Japanese driver, the youngest ever WEC champion, World Endurance Champion. He won the championship in 2014, I believe, with Toyota. Made the switch to Alpine over the winter break from Haas. Mm-hmm. Also during the winter break, he moved from McLaren to Haas.
Okay.
And he drove an FP1, first FP1 driver this season. He did quite decent. I'm not too surprised. He's experienced. I think he's like 29.
Okay. And he was in place of
Jack Doohan,
and that was significant later on.
Yes, it was, because the very second practice session, we find a massive crash.
Yeah, Jack Doohan I believe on his first push lap.
Yep.
He didn't close the DRS going into turn one, and big crash, went off at high speed. Really glad to see that he was okay, but yeah, did massive damage to the car.
It was basically like a 1990.
Yeah. The thing is, I think that he probably would have been in worse shape car-wise had he actually done free practice one, because I think he would have had the same issue and probably would have had a similar big crash in FP1 if he had driven that. And then they wouldn't have had any running from the day, because the car was so damaged he wouldn't have gotten out in FP2. But as it was, they had at least the running from FP1 for Hirakawa, and that meant that when he had his crash, they at least had one session's worth of data to go to rebuild the car and kind of set it up a little bit. Not that it ended up helping him in the end, but
yeah. So, hence the name Hirakawa. I just came up with that on the spot.
I don't get it.
No, you don't. Okay.
So anyway,
did rain a lot overnight.
Overnight between qualifying and the race.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
Yeah.
Because we could have had another good race.
Yeah.
And we had a snooze fest.
We had a bad race, and the thing is that qualifying didn't really throw any real surprises in either.
People were surprised by Max Verstappen's pole. I was not.
Well, yeah, Verstappen's pole was the only kind of surprise to it, and it was a surprise. He was not expected to be up on pole, but the thing is, it's Verstappen, and he puts it together when it comes time to do that. And it was a good pole lap.
Top three drivers were separated by under
less than
100th?
I don't think it was less than 100th. It was less than a tenth.
Or less than a tenth of a second.
Yeah. But otherwise in qualifying, there was no real surprises. Lance Stroll 20th and last.
Yeah, not too big of a surprise. Are you kidding me?
Well, it's not a surprise, and that's why it's a shame. It's a shame to say that it isn't a surprise. Yeah. I believe Alonso ended up qualifying 11th or something like that.
We'll cut him the slack this time only because he's actually finished both of the previous races, one of which in 6th.
Yeah.
So this is the one time he's off the hook.
The only kind of other standouts, if you will, is Lawson outqualified Tsunoda in the Red Bull.
Yeah.
And that was the other big change that happened between races.
Oh my gosh. Are you serious?
Yeah, so Tsunoda got moved up into the Red Bull team. And Lawson,
Bahrain's tomorrow. I've forgotten so much stuff.
Lawson got moved back to Racing Bulls, or V-Carb, or whatever they're called these days.
Minardi.
So Lawson outqualified Tsunoda. Nobody was too surprised by that. Sonoda did do better than Lawson had been doing in the Red Bull. The only other kind of notable thing was that Hadjar outqualified Hamilton.
He did? Yeah, he
so
did. Wow.
He was the only
God dang
Big Four
it.
driver in the top 7.
God dang it.
Yeah. So, good for Hadjar. And then in the race, the top 10 stayed exactly as they were in qualifying, except that Hamilton got past Hadjar.
Yeah. But still, isn't it crazy? Because you've promoted Lawson to Red Bull. You've dropped Lawson for Red Bull. You've dropped
Promoted
Perez.
him in place of, instead of Sonoda.
Yeah. You've dropped Perez from Red Bull over the winter break.
Yeah.
Filled by Lawson.
Mm-hmm.
Hadjar filled Lawson's seat. Sonoda was promoted to Red Bull. Lawson took Sonoda's seat. Yet somehow, out of all 3 of these drivers, Hadjar is the top of them.
Yeah.
What?
And what was the other
What?
statistic that I heard recently that was like, Sauber has scored more points in the last 11 races than the second driver at Red Bull. So if you include Perez, Lawson, and Sonoda,
So as
those
in 2 points finishes.
in the last 11 races, they've scored fewer points than Sauber has.
And Sauber's only scored in 2 races.
And Sauber has been god-awful.
Man.
Yeah.
When you think of all the Perez facts that we threw out last year, oh, man.
And so what does that say, though? Does it mean that all those drivers are not any good?
No,
Well,
we're still
Perez
early
is
in
a
the
very
season.
good driver. He just wasn't agreeing with the car anymore. And obviously Lawson wasn't. We'll see how Sonoda does. But
I actually feel like they could have. I was starting to look into it. I feel like they actually could have kept Lawson longer. The reason
Oh,
why
yeah, for
I
sure.
say that, well, obviously, but the reason why I say that is because 3 tracks, including Bahrain that we're about to come up to, the 4 tracks that we're coming up to are incredibly different. By the time we get to Saudi, we're going to be back to a similar track, which would be similar to Australia.
so I definitely thought that Sonoda deserved to cut the seat before Lawson.
Oh, yeah, you did.
But given that they gave the seat to Lawson, he deserved more time in it.
Yeah.
And he didn't get that.
No.
So
It was like
I
a
guess
whole-
I feel like the second driver issue at Red Bull, it speaks to Verstappen's talent is one thing, but more to the point for me is that it speaks pretty poorly on Red Bull's part as far as how they're designing their car for one driver. They clearly don't care about the second
driver.
The second driver. The second driver is there to support Verstappen.
They have no intention of helping the second driver. They did when Daniel Ricciardo was in the seat, but he hasn't been
kind
there.
of, but that's been. I mean, even going back to the Vettel-Weber days, they built the car
for
Vettel.
Well, that's because he was in the Toro Rosso, though. They gained Vettel.
No, even before that, or I mean after that, when it was Vettel and Weber in the same team, they favored Vettel because he was the Red Bull Academy driver at the time. But they've always operated that way. If we have this is our driver we're going to favor, and they've done it so much in Verstappen's case, and he has such a unique driving style that they've completely ruined their chances
of taking the constructors.
Of taking the constructors championship, but also they're also getting themselves into a spot where now the second driver can't drive the car to the point where the second driver can't help Verstappen.
Yeah.
By taking points off of the other teams or the other drivers, but also, McLaren being in first and second, or in this case second and third behind Verstappen, they had options to split strategies and things like that. And they didn't do it, but they could have done those sorts of things to try and put pressure on Verstappen.
And granted,
Verstappen can't do that with his second driver because his second driver is nowhere.
And granted, some of this is because Jonathan Wheatley and Adrian Newey and all these people have left Red Bull.
Well, I don't think it's because of that.
But it's not entirely because of that.
It's not because of that. It's because they've built the car around Verstappen.
Have we even seen a clip of Adrian Newey and Aston Martin yet?
I haven't looked for it, but I
don't
haven't
think we've seen anything. That's shocking. Wow. Anyways.
But, I mean, if that's the case, that he's not been at the tracks and everything, I mean, for one, it's pretty well known that he's going there to work on 2026's car.
Yeah.
So I'm not too surprised. But
I've got a bad feeling about the 2026 car because right now they're looking at a 7th place finish in the standings at most.
for this year,
Oh yeah, at best they'll finish 7th.
Red Bull's third in the championship at the
Red
moment,
Bull's
right?
third.
Yeah,
I don't
I can
s-
still see them finishing third.
Aston Martin.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Red Bull.
No,
Sorry, I got confused. Yes, Aston Martin. Yeah, they're not going to finish very high up in the championship.
they're not going to finish higher than they were last year. That's guaranteed.
Yeah,
We know that
yeah.
because Williams is going to take that spot.
Well, a lot can happen. You know, we don't know for sure what changes might come or might not come.
That's true. After Miami last year, we had no idea McLaren were going to be
Yeah.
anywhere,
Alonso still hasn't scored a point, which is wild to say.
which is wild.
I wouldn't be surprised though if they start chipping away at it and they still end up in 6th by the end of the season or even 5th.
Nah,
I'd be a little surprised they ended up 5th.
I would be ridiculous.
But given how poorly Alpine's season has started,
Again,
you know, the prediction that everybody had that Alpine would be 5th best car and starting to nip at the heels of the top 4, that clearly has not happened.
I didn't predict it.
Well, a lot of
Which
people
is
did,
awesome.
including myself. I
Yeah.
thought that they would be there, and they
Yeah.
definitely have not been.
Yeah, which
Williams
makes me
has been the
happy.
surprise of the season that way in terms of the teams, and Haas to some degree.
Which is crazy how I predicted that as well.
But Williams, they're not setting the world on fire. You know, Albon's doing a great job.
Sainz is shocking. Sainz is going to be.
is having a hard time getting the car.
I feel like this is going to be Sainz's very best opportunity out of the whole season to get major points because don't forget he topped the second session in testing.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I think that he's still kind of discovering how to get the car set up
The
to
limits
his liking.
and everything. Yeah.
And it sounds like he has a floor issue that might not be present on the other car, but
Really, and they haven't figured it out for a full month.
it's not that the floor is broken so much as it's just an inconsistency in manufacturing, which makes it so that his floor is that the slight flaws in his floor are different than the slight flaws in Albon's floor, and so his just ends up being harder to drive for him.
Even the slightest of slight flaws will always make a massive
It can.
difference. We've
It
seen
can.
that before.
Yeah. So here's the thing: we're talking about all of those things instead of the race because nothing happened.
Nothing happened at the race. We're trying to find something to
Yeah.
keep this going.
And rather than dwell anymore on the race, let's move on to our predictions.
Let's just get into our predictions. Let's just get it over with. Tomorrow's Bahrain. I'm really excited for this race.
First practice for Bahrain starts in about 12 hours.
This is the first race because obviously it doesn't rain in Bahrain, even though rain is in its name. Actually, no, it did rain in testing. Ha!
so
Yeah, it does rain in Bahrain.
I am
but-
going to go through the last race's predictions this time instead of you. So, in
you're taking my
first
role?
pole position was our first prediction, and my prediction for pole was Charles Leclerc. Where did he end up qualifying? Was it
He
fifth,
qualified 4th or 5th. I know
fourth, or fifth?
Russell took no.
Russell got fourth in the race.
Russell got 4th in the race, I believe. Yes. No.
I don't know.
Did he? One of those two.
I really don't
It was either
remember.
Leclerc or Russell, and then the other one of the two of them took
Yeah.
5th.
So then your pole position, you said
I said George Russell.
George Russell, who did not qualify in the top 3.
No, but
So
it
we
really
both got that one really wrong.
depends. Well, I mean, could we count it anyways just for the fun of me getting a point?
How about no?
Because I'm still at 1 point at the moment.
So fastest lap, I said Lando Norris, and you said
Hamilton, and I'm so mad because the one time that I don't predict Antonelli, I told you that he's ridiculously good at scoring fastest laps. Well, clearly we've seen that, the youngest ever driver to get a fastest lap, and I missed it.
yeah. So
I missed it.
Antonelli got fastest lap. So your
He-
prediction for third place.
He actually also took another world record, which was youngest driver to lead a race, which makes which makes me happy. I'm upset that he didn't win it, but I'm still happy.
Your prediction for third place I can't. Upon reflection, I think you're gonna really regret this one.
Sonoda, I'm
You
guessing.
said Sonoda,
yeah, I did,
yeah.
didn't I? Oh, come on.
So he started in 15th, and I think he made it up to 12th.
Didn't even score a point, let alone a podium. Good lord.
Yeah. And I said Max Verstappen, and I was wrong.
Oh, bless it.
For second place, I said Lando Norris. Well done, me.
Which means it's 3-1 at the moment.
Yeah, so that's a point for me. It just makes it 3-1 on the season, I guess.
We are so bad at this.
You said second place.
I said second place would be George Russell.
Yeah. And then that was wrong.
No, it wasn't. It was right.
In first place, you said...
I said Lando Norris.
Yeah, and that was wrong.
The
And I
one
said
time I
Charles
predicted
Leclerc, and that was also wrong.
The one time I predicted McLaren to win, it doesn't... Like, every time I actually predict something, it never goes right. But then it's actually when I don't predict it that it happens, and I miss the opportunity. Every single... I think it happened, like, at least half the races last season. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
So then a wild prediction for the race. You doubled down on
I
yours.
did.
So you had said that that Tsunoda would get third place, but then on top of that, you made a second prediction that he would get a podium.
Yeah.
And
Which neither of them were.
That
anyways,
yeah, not even in the top 10.
which
So
is
that didn't happen.
So ridiculous. Sonoda actually did a really good job, because I'm gonna say that now, because he in FP1 in his first ever actual session with Red Bull, if you if you counted each position that they finished as 1 point, as in like second place is 2 points, fourth place is 4 points, if you took Sonoda's position in his first free practice and doubled it, Lawson's point would be bigger. That's how good Tsunoda had done in his first practice session.
Yeah.
He got 6.
I don't put any weight into practice sessions.
Well, no.
It's practice, and they do all kinds of...
But Lawson hadn't
different
gotten
tests and
higher
things.
than 14th in any session he's ever taken part of
Yeah,
with Red Bull.
But again, I don't put any weight behind practice sessions.
Or not ever with Red Bull. I mean, I think he's done practice with them before
Yeah.
in the past.
So my one wild prediction was also a Tsunoda-based one,
Yes.
and it was that...
You almost had it, too.
yeah, so I said that Tsunoda would not make it out of Q1. So he qualified 15th, just barely off the bottom 5. But in truth, in Q1, I think he was never really under threat. I don't remember where he finished in Q1, but it was well clear of the bottom 5.
Yeah.
And I think that even in Q2...
he scored 15th in Q2.
He
was really close.
15th in Q2, but I think that he only had one lap, or maybe his first lap was... He ran into traffic on it and had to slow down. I don't remember what it was, but I seem to recall that was the case, and he didn't hook it up on that one lap. So then this new predictions now for the Bahrain Grand Prix. I'll start off. Pole position, I'm going to say Oscar Piastri.
Oscar Piastri will take his second career pole.
Yep.
Wow, this soon?
Yep.
Okay. I am going to say Lando Norris.
Okay, so we're splitting the McLarens for pole position.
We are. It's battle of the McLarens.
Yep.
I felt like, if you remember, like all of last season and start of this season, I had predicted McLaren and Ferrari would be in the title battle and that we would be complete enemies.
No.
I am so mad that we're not having that this season.
Well,
At the moment.
not at the moment.
At the moment. It will happen, I swear. Fastest lap in the race, I'm going to go for... I'm afraid to put Kimi Antonelli again. I'm going to go with Lando Norris.
Okay.
No, I'm going to go with Charles Leclerc, sorry.
And I will go with... I am going to... It's hard to say.
You were going to do Charles Leclerc too, weren't you?
Well, I want to say one of the backmarker teams because
Ooh.
because they have a tendency to get some of the fast laps occasionally, only because
They want to steal it from
because
the
they
top
wanted to
teams.
steal that point, but they don't do that anymore. So
No.
there's not much point in going after the fastest.
They do it
lap
all the
anymore.
time at Silverstone, every year.
I will say that the fastest lap is going to be George Russell.
George Russell.
Yeah. No, I changed my mind.
You're changing your mind too? Albon.
Alex Albon, yeah.
Wow.
Because the Williams, I think, still, even now, is fast in a straight line.
What if I
But
changed it to
could be wrong.
Sainz? What if I changed it to... Nah, I'm kidding. Leclerc is mine, And yours is Albon.
Albon, yeah. So third place in the race, I'm going to say Oscar Piastri. He's going to drop from first to third.
Ooh. Third place in the race, I'm going to say Max Verstappen.
Okay. Second in the race?
Second in the race, this one's... You're going to laugh when I say my first place, by the way.
Okay.
I've been thinking about this for a long time. Second place in the race will be Lando Norris.
Okay.
What about you?
Why would I laugh at that?
Not at that.
Oh.
When we get to first.
Oh,
you're gonna
first,
laugh.
okay. Second place, I was going to say Lando Norris.
Hey, you stole mine!
And first in the race, I am going with George Russell.
You are no way!
Yep, I'm going to say fifth different winner from 5 races.
No way you have just gone for George Russell.
It might not be a prediction so much as a hope. I really want it to be 5 winners.
Oh my gosh,
in 5
I do
races.
too, so bad. So much that I've put his teammate, Kimi Antonelli.
You're going to think Antonelli's going to get his first win
I
already.
am not... Okay, I just lost a fast lap. I am so desperate for him to win anyways, and I don't want to miss this. I really don't. At this point, I'm ready to predict
So is that
every
your wild
single-
prediction too?
No.
All right, what's your
After
wild
what
prediction?
happened with Sonoda, I'm not doing that again.
What's your wild prediction?
My wild prediction is there will be at least 2 safety cars
At
throughout-
Bahrain.
At Bahrain throughout
Okay.
the race.
Don't usually get safety cars at Bahrain.
No, you don't. That's why it's a crazy prediction. Crazy prediction.
I will say that Sergio Perez will be in the crowd.
Okay.
No.
Well, I mean, you never know.
No, I'm going to say that Carlos Sainz will be best of the rest.
Best of the rest, Carlos Sainz.
Yeah. So,
I could see that,
and by best
actually.
of the rest, I mean
Including?
not including Tsunoda.
I was going to say including or not including Sonoda and Dan
Tsunoda. Well, I'll include Antonelli in there.
Yeah, because Antonelli's a goat.
He's having a good start to his season.
Antonelli's having he'll have a good career, Dad.
Well, he's having a good start to the season, and I think that I think you'll still see. I don't know where Tsunoda will wind up, but it wouldn't surprise me if he's still out of the points. And so for that reason, whether he's in the points or out of the points, Carlos Sainz will be the first non-Red Bull, Mercedes, Ferrari, McLaren, except maybe not Tsunoda. He might.
Going into Bahrain, the Grand Prix for Bahrain is an F3, F2, and F1 weekend.
Okay.
Which is so nice because not only did we have a snooze fest in Japan, we didn't have any other
None of the support
series.
races.
None of the other junior
Yeah.
series with us. So we were so bored.
Okay.
It was technically a 3-week break. Anyways.
So with that, we're gonna wrap up. We're gonna wrap up this episode.
This episode, yeah.
The Japanese Grand Prix. Kind of glad it's done because it was boring.
Oh my god, yes. I
So
cannot
let's
wait.
hope for some more excitement at Bahrain.
There will be.
Bahrain's usually a pretty good race, so
Oh yeah, it's
looking forward to it.
I mean, every race that we've had so far, there's only been 1 overtaking zone. This place has like 8.
Yeah, and then the next episode we're going to be recording while we're out on vacation. Won't have our normal recording equipment with us, so we'll have to record on my phone, so it might not be the best quality of the next one.
Well, I mean, we've done it before
We have,
for the
yeah.
Road America special.
Yeah. So anyway, that'll be after the Bahrain Grand Prix. But until then, this has been the Fast F1 podcast. I'm Danny Kane.
And I'm Eddie Medeo Kane.
And we will see you next time.
Bye.
Fast F1 is produced by Danny Kane and Eddie Medieo Kane. All rights are reserved. Music is performed by Alex Zavessa. Thanks for listening.